let me talk about this first, because I feel like there are a lot of different directions that this reading is going to go. So I feel like we have Taurian people going through different phases in their relationship cycles. Okay, so let me talk about this, because this looks to me like the most positive. So Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is basically the seed, the beginning of something that can be built upon, that can be very, very mind-blowingly good for you guys, okay? This is like the beginning of a very stable relationship, finding somebody that is very like-minded with you. And it's linked up here with the Emperor, and the Emperor in the upright position. So you might be dealing here with an Aries. If you are dealing with an Aries, there is a process of the two of you coming together and building a relationship together, or taking the relationship to the next level. So you might be friends with them. You might know them from work, for example. And you might have been, you know, it might have been like a very slow courtship where you're kind of like darting each other, like you cross paths together, you have common friends, you see each other on a daily basis. But all of a sudden, I feel like this is the month where things start to kind of solidify, things start to accelerate. The energy seems to me like it's accelerating between you and another person. The person that you're dealing with, this Emperor energy, this is a very, if it's a male energy, it's a very, very dependable, a very righteous, a very honorable person. Incredibly bright, intelligent, incredibly stubborn though. They're stubborn. And so when the two of you get together, I feel like there's a lot of good conversation, intellectual exchange, mainly because you both are very sure and you know, fixed in your ideas. But at the same time, I feel like there are commonalities. There is enough compatibility to make this relationship really work out, okay? So I feel for many of you, this is a person that can be a little bit older than you, and they're showing you the world. You might be thinking about taking trips with them. You might be, I feel like, at a distance from each other as well, and you're trying to solidify some plans in order to come see each other. Okay, so this is somebody that is really good for you, that's really going to open up your world. If you look at what he's holding a whole globe in his hand, okay? He or she is holding a whole globe. So I feel like you're giving them this, but they're giving you the world back in exchange. So this is a really beautiful, generous, serious relationship partner. So this is not an opportunity to take lightly, and it doesn't come, it's not like a flighty energy. It's a very dependable, very karmic type of an energy. So many of you, I feel like you're meeting a relationship partner and taking the relationship to the next level. Others of you, this is what we're dealing with here. First of all, we have a fire sign. So this is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. This is, it says here, the Princess of Wands. And it basically, in the standard deck, is the Page of Wands, okay? Very, very young energy. Showing up in the reverse position, it's somebody that is not really sure about where they're going in life, a little bit frustrated by things not going the way they plan, a little bit frustrated by their career. It's also somebody who's very fickle, unreliable, and might not be the most stable relationship partner. Linking up here with the Death card in the reverse. Many of you are still dealing on and off with this person, and I would advise you, this is not the right energy for you. So you need to, you know, withdraw. You need to distance yourself a little bit, okay? And then at the same time, I feel like, yes, there's a lot of strong chemistry, strong attraction, but their energy seems a little bit unstable, and the energies, this person's energy seems a little bit muddle. So as a relationship partner, there's a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, a lot of opportunities for the two of you to do really fun things. And it could be, you know, sexually gratifying as well. There's a lot of attraction. but it doesn't feel to me like it's stable. It seems on again, off again. And so you might need to rethink this. Many of you have already left this person behind in your past. And so that takes us into the present situation. We might be hearing about them. We might be, with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, it's something that's not done and over with. So you might be hearing from them. You might be hearing about them. They might be trying to contact you. You might be trying to contact them. And the energy is very like, it's not closure inducing. It's linked up here with the moon. So it's like, even though they're in the past, they're no longer in your life, there were a lot of unfinished business. There were a lot of lack of clarity. There were a lot of lies, deception, even for many of you. And you're not really sure, like, what exactly happened? Did they cheat on me? Or are we done and over with? Did they ever care about me? Did they ever love me? What are they up to right now? So I feel like that energy, some of you are still dealing with. You're trying to move on. You're trying to move on, okay? I feel like that past person could be that fire sign. They left a lot of unfinished, like unanswered question in your life. And now you might have trust issues, for example. And then I'm also sensing as well, the energy can be reversed, where there were a lot of trust issues from your end as well, or from their end. And so things were very muddled, things were very unclear. And I'm also sensing many of you are at a point where I feel like you might have moved on from it, but I feel that relationship damaged your self-esteem. And so you're at this point here with the Four of Cups where you have options laid out, but I feel like you're still thinking, you know, I don't want this to happen again. That person really did a number on me. I don't know who to trust anymore. I don't know what's real anymore. So we have a lot of trust issues, unfinished business here. The moon is a major, major card here for lack of clarity, deception as well as the Seven of Swords, okay? So I'm feeling a lot of you are dealing with that situation. And we have another person coming into the picture. This is an air sign, Page of Swords here, Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. And there is a major separation that has happened between the two of you. And I feel like this is a month where you are definitely healing from this, overcoming this. And I'm sensing you are starting to date, or you're pushing yourself to date, or you are heavily thinking about, okay, I'm going to let go of the past and try to move on from it. So I feel like we're pushing ourselves towards change here in your relationship sector, which is actually good, but I feel that emotionally you're not at that point yet. So I'm sensing here, problematic air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This is somebody that you might have severed ties with. And then I have a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo in the past. If you are dealing with an air sign, new air sign, it looks good, but it seems to me like they have recently broken up with somebody that might have cheated on them. And so they need some time, because I feel like they have trust issues, okay? If you're dealing with an air sign, they might have trust issues. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. It's not that it's not going to be possible, but it seems to me like there's a little bit of a challenge to get this person to emotionally open up to you, to get this person to trust you. Likewise, if you are in a relationship with an air sign, there are going to be issues when it comes to trust. You're going to need to be as honest as you possibly can be. You're going to need to be as reassuring as you can be to this person, with this person, and you're going to need to be extra patient about, you know, giving them the whole story. Okay. So that's what I'm sensing here for you guys. I feel like new relationships look really, really promising. So we have here Aries, and then we also have Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. New relationships look really, really good. And I'm also feeling as well, if you are in a relationship right now and things are a little bit confusing and muddled this month, let the energy pass. Okay, I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to have a lot more clarity. I feel like, you know, the most recent full moon that happened, I believe, on the 5th or the 5th of the month. I feel like it brought up a lot of anxiety in a lot of people. Like I felt that energy. And I'm also sensing as well with this, the moon card, there's a lot of things that might have surfaced, things coming to light where people that might have been holding back information, lying, deceiving, or lying by omission, for example, things crept up. So it's like the cat's out of the bag. So many relationships, you know, are going through this what do we do now process, like re-examination. So I feel like that might have happened for many of you. And I'm also sensing some of you're still hung up on a past love. You're still hung up on a past love. You're pushing yourself to date, to go out, to have fun. But I feel that physically you're in a new space, but emotionally you're still bogged down with past energy. So don't be so hard on yourself, Taurus. You know, let your emotions catch up with you physically, and then you're going to be over it in no time. I feel like, 3 weeks time, okay? By the end of this month, you're going to be moving forward.